everyone, how are you? I'm going to do a reading for Aries. So if you are an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign, stick around. There might be a message in this reading for you. As always, please see what works, see what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. All right, let's see what's going on for all of my Aries. Oh, and, please hit that like button here, right there. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, Aries. Let's see, next 7 to 10 days. Grateful, thankful for the messages from my Aries, always. All right, first card out for you is the Two of Cups coming in reverse. Maybe there's a disconnect between you and your person. I see fighting. All right, maybe there's just something that the two of you are just not on the same page about. Let's see what else comes out. Now, we do have some stress and anxiety over whatever this is. I feel as if somebody was acting selfishly. All right, because here we have, this King of Pentacles in the recent past who comes in upside down, and a lot of times, the King of Pentacles is they're a miser type of person, it's me, gimme, 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 and they can also, when they are reversed, be a little bit shrewd and ruthless and, maybe even rude. It's just one of these energies with this King of Pentacles and, something happened and it could have been over money. Really, I think the whole thing really stressed you out because here you are in this Nine of Swords energy of like, now what are we going to do? So perhaps, this person spent money where they shouldn't have spent money. They spent all the money and now we have no money for bills. It's your story, but, that's what I'm feeling. And then we have the Eight of Swords also coming in. So we got an 8 and 9 of Swords. This is a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety, but you can't let it get to you. All right, the Eight of Swords is an energy around, it gets into our head. All right, and then we got all these stories and all these thoughts, and none of them are real, right? We are making up things in our head and how things are going to turn out and, what's going to happen now. And, there's an awful lot of heady stuff and thinking about, what this person did, where you're going to go next, or is this over? Because here we have the Four of Cups coming in reversed. All right, so there's still this unsettled energy as to whether or not we're going to get back together or we're not going to get back together. So what's going to happen here, But at the root of what's going on, we do have the Seven of Swords. I like that this is here, all right? It doesn't look great, but this is why I think it's really good. If you and your person got into a big argument, all right, and there's something going on, because we got the circus image in the back, so things have turned pretty crazy. This guy here, he's taking these 5 swords away and leaving only these 2. It's one of these things you got to deal with the core issue, and forget about all of the other stuff. There's a core of issues that you have to deal with in order to fix the problem. And the fact that there is so much yellow here, it's trying to find a good solution. But you got to get past all of the stuff, and it's just like, what is the real core? What is it? No, that's not it because, you didn't pick me up from work yesterday. That's not it. What is the real reason that you guys had that fight, right? And like I said, it could be around money, but it doesn't have to be. But, here we do have the Ace of Wands here. There's love there. There's passion. There's, the two of you, got together for a real reason, right? And then this blew up and now what? Now what? Because I do feel as if, here with this Four of Cups coming in reverse, there's this energy of like, I don't know if they come back, whether or not I'm going to let them in. I don't know whether or not if they try to give me, try again or whether I want to try again. Because here, we've got the Seven of Cups also coming in. So the Seven of Cups, is you feeling really bad about what happened between you and your person. We see that, right? And now I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Right? Because, your feelings right now are so raw that, of course, you don't know really what to do because you're probably pacing back and forth, stewing about this energy, because here you are very angry. Queen of Swords coming in reversed. And, the Queen of Swords, when she's upright, she's willing to listen and kind of have a conversation. But when she comes in upside down, this is, I'm so angry, that maybe you need to take some space, and kind of separate a little bit, in order to kind of cool down so that you can have this positive conversation. Because if you go in trying to settle this, or, we're going to fix this or we're going to push through it. And you don't really know your feelings because, they're kind of covered and masked by this anger and these other emotions, these swords, that, are getting in the way. Because look, the stress, the anxiety, I don't know what to do. Just give it some time, all right? Take a breath and you will find the answer, all right, with the Seven of Cups. There's options here how to proceed, but you can't proceed from a place of anger. You can't proceed from a place where your emotions are running amok, and here it's like asking you to find ground into yourself so that you can start to see one option at a time of how things have played out or what to do or how things happened. So that when you do finally get to this point where you sit down and actually have, a very calm, rational conversation about everything, it's not coming with words that could really hurt and sting that you can't take back. It's coming from a place of calm. So that's what I see for you, Aries, for this week. Oh, look, and here we have the King of Swords. So, I mean, this couple energy. You are really mad at him or he is really mad at you, or, vice versa or whatever, however it plays in your partnership, but it's like a battle of wills, it's my way or the highway. It's like, you did this, you did that, so, I mean, this is mental energy getting in the way of what you really need to focus on, which is a core issue and why this has made you so angry against this energy that they dealt with. All right, and I see it moving on. I mean, here we got the Five of Cups coming in reversed as well. So I feel like there is a solution to this, but it has to be dealt with from a very calm and rational place, not one out of anger and rage, because if not, there is no chance of anything reconciling. All right. So listen, that's what I've got for you. Please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story, right? So I appreciate each and every one of you. Hit that like button. I'll see you later. Bye.